staffed by members of the women's track field team to raise money for their program, and they thank you for your support. For this evening's matchup between the Saints of St. Lawrence University and your engineers from Pennsylvania. Keep the starting lineups first, the visitors from St. Lawrence, starting in the goal, number 31, Sonia Shelley. On the bench, number 21, Amanda McClure. And on the right wings, number 17, Lydia Brown. And now, ladies, could you please rise for the playing of the national anthems of Canada and the United States of America.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Houston Fieldhouse for tonight's ECAC hockey game. It's the 8th-ranked St. Lawrence University Saints and the Engineers of RPI here on RPI TV. The Saints come in at 7-6-3 overall. They're 4-3-1 in ECAC hockey play. RPI at 7-7-4, 4-1-1 in the conference, and a big weekend here as RPI hosts the North Country rivals from St. Lawrence and Clarkson, both in the top 10. As we are just underway, carrying it into the offensive zone is Hannah Miller for St. Lawrence. Broken up and moved out to center by Josephine Hansen, junior blue liner. Out of Copenhagen, Denmark. Now looking to cycle is Lauren Severson. On for Blake Oroz. Oroz carrying towards the point. Tries to throw cross ice. Intercepted. Kennedy Marchment back the other way for the Saints. Walking in. Good poke check by Kimberly. That's Amanda Kimberly, the senior defenseman out of Anoka, Minnesota. Forces the puck all the way out to center. Does Oroz, and then regathering in the neutral zone. Saints trying to move it back in. Skylar Podvie. Here's Whitney Wren for RPI, on for Severson. Cross ice feed is a good one for Oroz. All by herself. Fires it on goal. Easy stop there, but the first one seen by Sonia Shelley, the junior from Braceville, Illinois. Backstopping these Saints here this evening. Knocked down at the blue line and kept in by Raspa. And moved across by the Saints. It's Grauer working it out to center. Chipped into the zone. Trying to track it down is Kaylee Grant. Sophomore out of Potsdam. Turned back around by the Engineers, although it's kept in at the point by Poirier. A chance to regather here. Saints making a change behind the play. Kendra Ferroli will wrap it towards the far side boards where it's kept in by Rachel Smith. Smith into the slot, takes a shot, save made. Rebound pops right to the blue line. Slap shot coming, hit a body and skims just wide. Looked like it hit a teammate there. Camped down in front was Kaylin Nielsen, the junior from Laguna Hills, California. RPI will send this one down ice. It'll be icing, and we get a stoppage, our first of this game. 17:22. The clock's still running. They should probably stop that. No one else has noticed but me. Please stop the clock. Clock's still running. Finally, they stop it maybe 20 seconds later. There's not a good start for our scorekeepers here. But not bad for these two sides as they look to work things out in the early stages of this first period. Dumped in by Dakota Goldie. Behind the goal is corralled by Ferroli, and now here's McKenna Thomas. Or Raspa, rather. Can't get it out. Fed into the far corner by Amanda Butterfield, sophomore from Grimsby, Ontario. Carry back quickly. This is Thomas here. Poked away by Goldie. Thomas digging for it in the corner. 3.5 in, no score, RPI and St. Lawrence. Engineers have never beaten the Saints here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Looking to try and turn that trick here. RPI 122-2 all time against the Saints. Their lone win coming all the way back in 2010. But a chance to really make a statement here, RPI, this weekend. They're at 500, 4-1-1 in the league, and 2 games in hand with really the majority of the league. They have a chance to make up some ground, make up some points against 2 of the tougher teams in the conference. Here's Jamie Grigsby, wraparound try, thrown it out in front. That one hit off Shelley, and it went out to center, gathered in again by Hansen. Stick handling, played it near side. On for Rapace, a glove save on the try there, but good burst of energy there from Rapace, the sophomore. 9 points on the year for Rapace, 2 goals and 7 assists. She had 9 goals last year, 9 and 7, for 16 points as a freshman. Out of Toronto, former Toronto junior arrow. Face off in the St. Lawrence zone. It'll be played around behind Oroz, and for Severson. Back to Severson. Here's Blake Oroz, top of the circle. Feeds it off for Severson, some room. Across for Burnett. Back to Severson, and didn't quite catch that one cleanly. It'll be gathered up by Podvie, although as Grauer went down. Saints trying to break out of their own end. RPI changing. It's a little bit easier for St. Lawrence to do so, although met at center ice there was Reyes by Hansen. She does get the puck deep, however. Madeline Burnett up the near side boards. Wraithby couldn't control. It'll be carried along by McClure. Fed far side by Marchment. Into the zone, Miller. Miller looking to center all the way through, and it came off an RPI stick in the end. Never got to Solander. McClure, Arister. That one's blocked by Hansen. Hansen feeds it to center, finding Wraithby. And it'll be Amy Wraithby, the freshman from Burlington, Ontario, to shoot it in. She's played in all 18 so far for RPI. Shot right back in. It'll be on goal, but really just a dump in there from Thomas. Chop to center. Here's Grigsby turning it back around. Jamie Grigsby, a drop pass. Thomas, a shot, and that one's hammered wide. Or Zakowski, a shot, and that one skips through as well. Another stop by Shelley. But it's the Engineers who are out shooting the Saints right now. And now Tomlinson a try. That one steered away easily with the stick of Shelley. Or Zakowski cycling. That's broken up by Nielsen. Saints to center, broken up nicely again. That time it was Orzakowski. And Megan Hayes will dump it in. It's been all RPI early in this one. As it's scrapping for it here. Oh. As Tremblay was all tied up with Nielsen, but nothing comes of it penalty-wise. Reyes ahead, gets it right back. Justine Reyes, 16 points in 16 games for the Saints. 8 goals, 8 assists. Pocket pick by Hayes. Hayes to center, gets it in deep. Chasing it down back there is Butterfield. Up the far side boards, good connection. Edney into the zone, takes a shot, easy save for Solander. Behind the goal, Grant looking to center. It's put wide by Edney. Kaylee Grant in the corner. Worked free by the Engineers. Raspa up the far side, kept in. Arister, that one's on goal, kind of fluttering in. Didn't look like Solander saw it right away, but she's able to hold on that point shot from Butterfield. Shots are 6-3 RPI early on. 12:33 to go first period. We are scoreless. And the draw is one back. At neutral ice, Rapace. And now Amanda Kimmerly. 4 points on the year for Kimmerly. A good, solid stay-at-home defenseman. 1 goal, 3 assists. Finds Wren, who can't skate with the puck. Here is Rapace now. Working it up the wall. Looking to center. Severson had it on her tape for a moment, but it was knocked away. And now Goldie skating with it up ice. The defenseman, sophomore from Rolling Meadows, Illinois, will just dump it in after crossing into RPI territory. Whitney Wren, senior from Troy, Michigan. Spent her freshman year as a forward, but has been on the blue line ever since. Now Kimmerly taking matters into her own hands. Tried to skate it all the way into the zone, but eventually knocked off her stick as she worked it into the middle of the ice. Back comes Miller. Makes one move, makes another, but breaking it up with a skate was Thomas. As Miller is trying to go for the glory. Here's a backhander. Blocked down on the try by Vespa. Another shot coming. Saved by Solander on the shoulder. Stood nice and tall against that near post and had to. I don't know if she knew exactly where that puck was, but in good position to make the save and was able to hold on without a rebound. You got to be careful. Kennedy Marchment, 5'8", senior. Very dangerous on the wing there for the Saints. Face-off win, pushed ahead. It'll be Thomas, got whacked in the hand. And nothing coming out of that. Comes away shaking her right hand there. Maddie Burnett off the wall to center. Right back to Thomas, and now Burnett once more. Stolen away. Vespa shot blocked by Burnett. Burnett, a freshman, leads all RPI Blue Liners with the 5 points. Or freshman Blue Liners, I should say. Freshmen in general. 3 goals, 2 assists. Wren and Hansen each have 6 points. But of course, upperclassmen there. Burnett off the wall to center. Chip back along by Grauer. And picked up at center ice. Here's Tomlinson. She'll flip it into the corner, go off on a change. We're approaching the halfway point of period number 1. Shots are 6-4 RPI, and there's a breakup inside the zone. Hayes on for Raspel, makes a move, takes a shot right on. Rebound loose! And Tremblay had a crack at it, I think, but gobbling it up there was Shelley in the end, and she'll hold on. Opportunity there for RPI goes by the wayside, but they get an offensive zone draw coming here. Faced off, one back, and now cleared to center. Smith, cross ice feed, a little too far out in front of Reyes, but it's kept in the zone by Nielsen. Nielsen to the point. Fed across. Poirier through traffic, and that one's blocked down by Orzechowski. Now another centering feed carried behind the net by Raspa. Marissa Raspa on the move. Senior from Downington, PA. Off for Hansen. Shot hit someone in the middle. I think it was Butterfield. Pops right back out to center ice for Grant, all by herself, 1-on-5. Takes a wrist shot and a blocker save by Solander. Grant now in the corner. Raspa trying to dig it out. Work back to the point. McClure across. Poirier, that one hit the skate of a teammate, hitting Edney on the way through. Collision in the corner, pops back to the towards the point, intercepted by Wraithby. She'll find the skate of Grant, trying to play it across, and sent right back in by the Saints, where Solander will stop it up there. Olivia Solander, just a junior, but she entering tonight's game 90 saves away from the school record for total saves. We can tell you what kind of first 2 seasons she's had for RPI. Also has the single season record, which came in a triple overtime game against Quinnipiac. There's a good blocker stop there on Vespa as Solander went left to right. If Vespa could have gotten more on that shot, she might have scored. And here's a wrister from the wall. Easy stop this time, but there is a skater in the crease. Marchment was standing right on top of Solander. So I'm not sure it would have counted if it had gone in, but Solander made sure. After some early pressure from RPI, it's been the Saints who have turned things back in their favor. Shots are now 9-8 St. Lawrence. And with our first stoppage after the 10-minute mark, we will have a quick break here. Logjam at the top of the ECAC hockey standings. Clarkson, Colgate, Cornell, and Quinnipiac are all 6-2. For 12 points, but that's 8 games played. And of course, RPI's only played 6 at 4-1-2. Harvard has 11. They're 5-2-1. So you can see the opportunity the Engineers have, and well, it'll have to come against 2 of the better teams, 2 of the real powerhouses in ECAC hockey in St. Lawrence and Clarkson. Of course, the defending national champions RPI will face tomorrow. So a 3-point weekend would mean RPI would be in at least a share, or potentially a share of first place in the league as the teams go to their winter break. Now, it's just certainly ambitious thinking, but it's a possibility with the position RPI has put itself in, starting off the year 4-1-1 in the league. Burnett behind the goal for Hansen. Ahead, Tomlinson does get it out of the zone. She was met quickly there by Nielsen trying to break out. Right back in come the Saints. Marchment, some room to work on the circle. Feeding it in front, looking for the tap-in from Vespa. That didn't go. Back to center come the Engineers. Jamie Grigsby on the move. 6 goals, 7 assists. Tried to toe drag, but couldn't get through Podvy. It'll be gathered back in again by Butterfield, who works it to center. Reyes in, makes a move. She tries to get around Kimberly. It's broken up nicely there. Although Rapace can't hold on, and it's back to Goldie. Across for her defensive partner. Saints get it deep. Kimberly. Oros chopping. Kept in the zone. McClure. Shot. Deflected away. Swatted away, in fact, by Kimberly. Now Orzechowski trying to get it out with some help from Severson, and the Engineers break to center 3-on-3. Severson gets it deep. McClure to the near wall. Rapace keeping it alive there. Back towards the point, and then the Saints have time to move out. It's Smith. Makes a move around Oros. Smith still going. Saints changing behind her. Ends up stick handling out of the zone. It'll be carried right back in again. Dumped in there by Grauer. And now Ferroli trying to get it out. Grauer has it there. Rister coming. Broken up again and then stolen away by Wren. Wren stick handling near side of her own end. Whitney Wren to center ice. Still moving. Fed across neatly for Oros. Oros trying to line one up. Takes a wrister. It's blocked. Rebound trying to pull it through. And it was poked to center. Now Hayes. Good strength on the puck there by Megan Hayes. Feeding it along. It comes free here. Tremblay turning. Shooting. And it was actually a pass for Raspa, who in turn shot it wide. Hansen joining the play. Fed across. It's broken up. Right back to Hansen. Hansen to the point. Here's Burnett. Has a good shot from that point. She'll find Hansen again. Down low. Hayes trying to cycle, but threw it right onto the tape of Poirier. And maybe a chance to clear. No. As Charlie Peterson, freshman from Bowmanville, Ontario, had a chance to get it out, but does, in fact, got it by Tremblay. And it's dumped in by Vespa. Here's Hansen now for the Engineers. Under 6 to go, first period, no score. Pretty even so far, and the shots indicate that. 9-8 SLU. As the Saints player was upended, we play on. Refs have done a good job so far. Tomlinson, a shot that was blocked. Back to the point now. Kimberly. Tomlinson on her backhand. Off for Wren. She gathers. Makes a move and lost the puck, and now a chance for a 2-on-1. Marchment on the move. Takes a shot and a toe save made by Solander. Kimberly was the lone Engineer back. Thought it was going to be a 2-on-1, but the Saints player on the far side elected not to join Marchment there and just turned it a little bit easier of a play for the Engineers, although never easy. Looking for a shot from Marchment, who was, I believe, trying to use Kimberly as a screen there. And now back comes Podvi. With speed, a wrister right on at the edge of her crease is Solander. She holds on. And if RPI is to get points this weekend from either of these two games, she's going to have to be in top form. There she is, a junior from Sollentuna, Sweden. Good numbers again this year, an even record 500, 7-3-3, 206 goals against, 937 save percentage. Shot trickling through and goes wide. It'll be picked up by Rapace. On for Oros, touch pass back to Oros, or Rapace rather. Gets spun around at center, finds Orzakowski, who dumps it in. Engineers have been very crisp, breaking out of their own end tonight. It's been indicative of how they've played this year. There's a shot from the point from Burnett that gets all the way through, and the stick save is made by Shelley. Gathered in here, Smith. Engineers trying to hold things in at the line. At the last second, it leaves the zone. Rapace will swat it right back in. RPI trying to change. Podvi trying to move it ahead quickly. She'll dump it in. Solander back to get it. Hansen nearly had it stolen away. And the Saints do finally pry it free. Centering pass broken up by Hayes, who flips it across. Tremblay into the zone. She'll try and track it down. Race for the puck going into the corner there with Alarnado. And it's Raspa. Cycling. Runs into Grant. Does Hayes. It'll be picked away by Grauer. Up the boards, broken up by Raspa. Good fundamentals there from Marissa Raspa. Kept that stick on the ice and just intercepted the pass. Now another play for Raspa. Trying to center. Foot! Fired it wide. That was Thomas. Great send up there by Marissa Raspa. Thomas just caught it off the heel end of her stick. And maybe if she catches that cleanly, she puts it on goal. It just rolled, skimmed wide of that left post. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the first period. Engineers with a good chance there. As Kimberly was dumped at center ice, we're going to have a penalty coming up here. It's going to go on the Saints, and RPI will go on the power play. First man advantage opportunity for either team. It's going to be body checking on Miller. Face off here. Puck to center. Engineers on the power play. 15.8%, 12 out of 76. Very good. Here's Wren. Slap shot coming, just wide from Hansen. Back to Hansen again, far side, Rapace. That one didn't sit for her. And now it'll be cleared. Hansen will pick it up there. Behind the goal, trying to move it out of there, is Butterfield. And now a slap shot coming from Thomas that goes wide. Popped in the air. And Butterfield trying to clear out again. Now she'll pin it up in the corner. Minute and a half to go in the first period. 40 seconds on this RPI power play. Kept in by Thomas. On for Burnett. Good snap across for Kimberly. And she'll settle it down. Kimberly, Thomas flips one over the top of the net. No, the fact that that shot fluttered almost helped her out there. Looking for that top right corner. Burnett looking for the deflection. Didn't get it from Ondrick. And here's Burnett again. Up top, Thomas looking for a shooting lane. Wrist shot hit a shin pad. 1 minute left in the period. 9 seconds on the power play. Engineers got some looks from the top of the zone. A couple of shot blocks. Well defended. Now this one will leave the zone. Miller just out of the box will try and chase it down. As RPI 0 for 1 on the power play. Now the Saints move in. That pass hit the skate of Hansen. Back to the point. McClure drops it off there. Some room for a redirect. It's blocked in the end. And Burnett will move it to center. Hayes had it for a moment. Swatted away by McClure, who backtracks to the blue line. Raspa. Nifty spin to get loose. Raspa just runs into McClure. And it'll be played behind the goal. 11 seconds to go in the first period. Game's looking for its first goal. I mean, one more rush here from the Saints. Reyes trying to track it down 4. Orzechowski slaps it around. And Raspa should just hold this one in the corner. Won't have to. There goes the horn. Period number 1 is over. An evenly played period with some excitement at both ends. Engineers end up with the only power play of the frame. Unsuccessful. They get a couple of shots. 11-10 of the shots after 1. We'll head to our first intermission here. No score.
Don't forget to stop by the concession stand between periods. Being staffed by members of the RPI women's track team, and they thank you for your support. RPI Hockey would like to thank the following sponsors: GE, Lowe's, Septic, Stevie, DHB, Boucher, Clark Vancouver, Market 32 by Restaurant, Yankee Trails, Red Front Pizza, Tri-City Rentals, Dunkin' Donuts, Toyota, Greenman Peterson Incorporated, Ben & Jerry's, Warren W. Fan, Howard Manor Realty, CBTA, Boucher Clark Veterans, Wicked Smart, Fry Hogs, at Tri-City Valley Gas.
Hello, I'm Lee McElroy, Director of Athletics and Associate Vice President at Rensselaer. RPI Men's Hockey want to wish you a safe holiday and a happy new year. Let's go Red.
Hey fans, I'm Karen Bombay, a Louis Soldier, and I'm carrying this number and RPI Women's Hockey wants to wish you a safe holiday and a happy new year.
Second period underway. Engineers and Saints from the Houston Fieldhouse. Peerless Garris here, RPI TV. Final two games of 2017, the first half of the season for RPI women's hockey. As Saints moving into the zone, it's Justine Reyes on her backhand over the top and into the corner. It'll be tracked down by Nielsen, trying to throw it back to the point, but off target, looking for Grauer, and that one hops up into the bench, right in front of 10th year head coach Chris Wells, a 92 graduate, former men's hockey player at St. Lawrence. Wells assisted by Ted Wisner and Mayor McDougall-Bari, married to the women's head soccer coach, Franco. Up in Canton, here is Whitney Wren. Poke free by Kimberly, trying to work it out of the zone. Does. Butterfield shoots it back in. And the Saints will get a partial change. Kimberly back to pick it up. Engineers attempted 7 shots on their power play, but 5 of them were blocked and 2 were wide. So in the stat sheet says no shots. There's a shot coming here for the Saints. That was Miller. It caught the blocker of Solander. Fed in front, a save. 2 of them by Marchman, and the third one goes wide. 2 big left pad stops there for Lavisa Solander. As she keeps the Saints off the board. In a big way there. As RPI ends up icing the puck, but it could have been 1-0 already if not for the left pad of Lavisa Solander, just denying Marchment there. That's the kind of play the Engineers are going to need this weekend from their junior goalie. Reyes. Cross point feed, wrister was, well, did get Solander in the end. Not a ton on it. RPI hemmed in just a bit here. Rapachi's going to try and end that on the skate. Now she'll feed it off for Oros. Blake Oros moves to center ice. Sophomore from Chase Mills, New York. 3 goals, 3 assists on the year already for 6 points. She had 8 last year in total. Orzakowski some room. A wrist shot hit at the leg. It'll be picked away by Severson. Oros makes a move. Thought about leaving it back for Severson. Now Orzakowski will pinch in. Throws it towards goal, blocked away by Grant, but kept in the zone. Tomlinson on the move. A wrister blocked in the air. It'll come down in the corner. Engineers with a good pushback. We're not quite 3 minutes into the second period. No score. Flipped in deep by Edney. Orzakowski behind. Here's Hansen. Quickly ahead for Tomlinson, senior captain of Guilford, New Hampshire. Active point leader for RPI with 61 is Tomlinson. Ferroli behind for Hansen. Worked on further. Thomas tried to help it off the wall, and it miscue came off for McClure, but her shot went wide, looking for the redirect in front. Now Tomlinson gets it deep. Amanda McClure, senior from Stratford, Ontario. Ahead quickly, Vespa poked away by Hayes, taken back by Tremblay. Trying to work it ahead for Raspa, comes right back to her. Tremblay, a wrister, high and wide. And a good effort there from Tremblay, now kept in the zone, Hayes. Hayes towards goal, a save, stick to the corner. Tremblay once more, back to the point. Ferroli, near point, Burnett, shot blocked, right back to her. Another shot coming. That one deflected into the corner off a skate. I think it hit Miller. Good pressure by this unit for RPI. Centering pass. Second try. Skips right through the crease. Good chance there for Raspa. And it's sent all the way down by the Saints, and this will be icing. A reward there for this RPI group. Great spell in the offensive zone. And this St. Lawrence group will have to stay out there. Kimberly, shot popped in the air. She's just trying to keep it in, I think. The Saints will skate it out to center. They'll get the change they need here. Wren. Broken up, nearly given away, but does enough to just force Smith back out to center ice. Smith wrapped up, penalty coming. It's going to be a hook. You have to be careful where you put your stick there. And the Engineers are going to go on the kill for the first time. Saints power play 13.9%, 10 out of 72. And RPI's penalty kill riding along currently at a 93.9 clip. Rock solid. They'll need it to be good this weekend. It starts right here. Engineers get the clear all the way down. And this one, hand pass. That was a call over there. Engineers on the kill. Another minute 23. Kimberly pops it out of the zone. And now another, excuse me, offside. Thomas just battling there along the wall. Engineers' top penalty kill in the nation at 93.9%. Cornell is second with 90.7%. Quinnipiac is fourth, and Clarkson's fifth. It's the top four in the nation are all from ECAC hockey, killing off penalties. Minute to go on this power play for the Saints. Down low, centering pass broken up by Wren. It's between her skates. Reyes is there as well. Back up top, Miller. Far side wrist shot, saves Solander, no rebound, and she had good sight lines on that shot from the top of the circle by Podvy. 43 to go on the power play for St. Lawrence. Draw things up here to Solander's left. Tomlinson wins the draw. Burnett for Tomlinson, trying to clear over his Grigsby, trying to use that long reach to get it out of the zone, and she does eventually force it to center. Reyes for Miller, trying to pick up some speed into the zone. Hansen, much smaller, just getting in the way there. Saints do get it deep, however. Marchment trying to find some room, finds Miller. 16 to go, Marchment at the circle. Miller across, Podvy. Down low for Vespa, gets it back. 7 to go in the power play, Fanning on the pass. It's broken up, good read by Hansen, but the Saints keep it in, although Tomlinson turns it right back around. Out of the box is Rapace. And RPI back to even. Both teams 0 for 1 in the power play so far. And trying to drag it out in front was Grigsby. Pops away from her at the last moment. Now it's lobbed high in the air. It goes through Ferroli. It'll be Orzakowski to pick it up. Saints want to change. Raspel waiting for the puck at the blue line, trying to catch the Saints. Headed off to the bench, but in the end they recover. Butterfield and now Grant. Shots are 16 to 13 Saints. 12:48 to go in the second period. No score. Orzakowski. Fed along for Oros. At the half wall, she'll work it on further. Stopping there, works it back to the point. Orzakowski kicks it to herself and looks to get it deep for Thomas, or Raspel rather. Now Severson Back to the point for Wren. And that one skips by her all the way down the ice. Kimberly just off the bench to go back and pick it up for the Engineers. Kimberly for Wren. Helped on further by Thomas for Tomlinson. She'll track it down in the corner. Trying to make a move. Swept away by McClure. Backhanded out in front. Goes through everybody. It's picked up by Reyes. Justine Reyes on the move. Slows up top of the circle. Looking for a wrist shot. It was blocked away by Kimberly over the top. And it comes free to Tomlinson trying to break. Has Grigsby with her. Fed across. What a pass. Walking in Grigsby. A save made. Shelley got over to make the stop on the low shot. Now back come the Saints. Smith, toe drag, backhand, blocker saved by Solander. To the point now. Slap shot coming, blocked away by Grigsby. Saints down low. Marchment, wrister, that one hit a body. Tremblay to center, broken up. And it'll go in deep here. Stick handling is Miller. Miller turning and shooting, it goes wide. Tremblay now. Stolen away Vespa, fed across. Now another centering feed. Engineers have numbers there. They just clear it out of the zone or out of the danger area. Move to center by Tremblay. All alone, trying to get it deep. Now Tremblay or wrister, easily blocked away by Shelley. Wraithby trying to drag it up the wall. It's stolen away. Back comes Peterson. Charlie Peterson on the move. Has to deal with the referee in the corner. And it's picked away by Kimberly as Ondrick went down. Sam Nolan to center. Nolan, a sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri, gets it deep. Wraithby trying to track it down. It's McClure trying to get it out of the zone. In the end, it'll be carried back behind the net by Poirier, the freshman from Green Valley, Ontario. Smith trying to make a move, ran to the three Engineers, and it's Wren who breaks it up. Severson chopping off the boards. Sent back, but gathered in again by Wren. Stick handling in. Wren gets it deep. First one to it. It's going to be Grauer. Grauer trying to work it around Rapace. Rapace takes it away. Rapace cycling for Wren. Wren in deep with Severson taking her spot at the blue line. And it'll be the Saints not connecting on a pass. It'll move to center. Gathered in by Orzakowski. Wren, one hands it up the boards. Broken up there. Right back to her as Oroz breaks it up. And now Wren across for Orzakowski. She'll backtrack a bit. Shot up the wall. Rapace, did she touch it is the question. No. Icing here on RPI with 8:41 to go in the second period. Tight game still, no score. Shots are 17-15 St. Lawrence. Neither team able to capitalize on their respective power play opportunities. Number 8, St. Lawrence here, 4-3-1 in ECAC hockey play. RPI 4-1-1. Both of them, of course, sitting on 9 points, but with RPI 2 games in hand. It'll be the 2 this weekend. Catch up. They're trying to catch up. I guess they won't with the Saints if they're playing them. You know what I mean. Vespa behind for Wren. Slap right back around. One hand Severson trying to get it out. Picked away. Vespa. Shot coming McClure. Save made. Rebound loose in front. And Solander had to make a couple of stops there. Now another shot was blocked. And Rapace wants to skate with it. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Good feed for Oroz. Oroz trying to make another move, and that one's broken up. Now a shot one time and a save there. Good opportunity there for RPI. Shelley makes that save, tipped in deep by the Saints. Shot around to center. Edney had it for a moment. 3 Saints towing the line, and they're onside. Hansen indirect behind for Burnett. Trying to poke it out. Finds Grigsby. Grigsby. Blind backhand pass to center. Thomas pokes it away from one Saint, but not another. Hansen hard into the near side wall. Braced herself plenty. Never actually hit the wall hard, but was able to work the puck free. Edney now across, gave it away. Tremblay trying to steer it ahead, gets it back. Ali Tremblay, a wrist shot through traffic, and a glove save is made by Shelley. Good screen from Raspa. And we have our stoppage here, 6:47 to play in the second. Engineers with the better of the opportunities seemingly here in this period, but neither team able to capitalize when they have had chances. Fans getting another look on the big board here of the opportunity. Is that Oros? One-timer. Good chance. This is just the kind of game the Engineers needed. Face off here, won by RPI. Saints have it. Get it as far as center ice. Grigsby's back there. As Hansen was caught up ice, but good communication. RPI is well balanced. There's a puck fed through. And now Thomas to center. Oh no, it was kept in. Matty Burnett fired it to McClure, who lobs it back in. It'll come in on goal, stopped by Solander, carried behind by Burnett. Steers it back for Hansen, pass a little off the mark. See if Hansen can get there, yes. High in the air, center ice, gloved down by McClure. Fed right back in, with Vespa needing to touch up. And Hansen will get back on it for the Engineers. But Hansen with some nice Danish national team experience last year. Solander hoping to do the same someday for Sweden. Here's Grigsby making a nice move. Flips it behind the goal, picked up by Miller. Kimmerly throws it off the skate of Oros. Oros trying to get it back, pops it to the far boards. Marchman will shoot it off the wall for Vespa. Vespa in on the dump. Saints want to change. RPI has time to pick it up and move. Wren gaining speed to the neutral zone. Whitney Wren, shake and bake, runs into the linesman. Lost the puck. It was a good hit in the end by the linesman to separate Wren from that puck there. Back comes Grant into the zone, drop pass, shot coming, deflected, and Solander made the save. A wicked redirect in front of Solander. She was able to make the stop. And the Engineers would have had a little bit of beef there with the referee. They'd have scored there because the only reason Wren was out of position is because she took a hit from the linesman, Ryan Chauvin. Wrist shot blocked by the shin pad of Tremblay. Played behind. Kicked at by Tremblay once more. Raspa fights through a stick check, carries to center. Raspa bobbling puck, stays on it. Looking to cycle. Finding Hayes, pressured there at the half wall. 4:30 to go. Shot coming from a tight angle. Raspa, rebound. Tremblay had a crack at it. Now again a shot off the base of the net from Ali Tremblay. Here's Ferroli. Up the boards. Reyes. That's broken up. And now Orzechowski. Smith. Twisting, gets loose into the slot. Fanned on the shot, hit off the skate of Hayes. She'll pick it up again. Smith firing it through everybody. Comes through to the point for McClure. Far point, Podvi. Wrist shot coming, skims wide. Tremblay over to get it. Puck to center, McClure slaps it right back in. It'll deaden off the end wall. Ferroli. Orzechowski. Saints with a little bit of pressure here. RPI trying to get out of their own end. And deep it goes. Miller. Or make it Nielsen rather. Tremblay, or Tomlinson rather, can't get it out. Tries to use her body. Maybe a chance for a 2-on-1. 2-on-2 at least. Here's Tomlinson. Tried to make a move and she was tripped, and a penalty coming. Sheer determination from Shayna Tomlinson will send the Engineers on the power play here. The captain. Had a teammate with her. Tried to make a move through the defender, and it was the stick of Podvi that took down Tomlinson. Second power play chance for RPI. They're 0 for 1. Kimberly has it skip off, and it'll be picked up by Burnett. Burnett off for Kimberly. Stick handling along the boards. About a minute difference between the game clock and this power play here for RPI. And now Severson to the point. Good pass for Kimberly. One-timer coming. That one was blocked and cleared to center ice. Thomas picks it up there. It's very clear what the Engineers are trying to do on this power play. Set up Thomas's big right-hand shot there from the blue line. Now Ondrick was undercut. On her way to the puck. Kept in over there by Thomas. Thomas trying to feed it across. Hansen just fires it down low. Trying to work the territorial advantage the Engineers currently have. Now RPI changing power play units. Marchment should have a chance to clear, and she does. Softly up the boards and all the way down. Hansen to gather for RPI. Another 55 seconds to go on this power play. Josephine Hansen will stick handle. Drops it off here for Tomlinson, and now Rapace. Rapace in. All the way in. Down low. Lost an edge, I think, and went down. Up top for Wren. Across for Hansen. Fed back door. Kick towards the net. It was all Tomlinson could do. Trying to get a redirect there. And now Hansen on top of the blue line, but not out. Rapace drops it off for Hansen. Fed down low. Grigsby maybe took her eye off the puck. It pops over her stick, but she's able to regather. Now she's upended along the wall. 17 to go on the power play. Engineers still have it. Rapace, Hansen, slap shot coming high and wide. Not close to the net. Chance to clear. Broken up by Wren along the wall. Nielsen again. She's met by Grigsby. Runs through her. Rapace keeping it alive for a moment. Penalty about to expire. Engineers keeping the puck in the zone. Again, not a shot on goal from this power play, despite the offensive zone possession time. Now a pass fed through. Loose on the far side. Rapace can't find it. And it's moved to center for Edney. Edney in a race here with Hansen. Shot coming, glove save Solander, she'll hold on. As it was a good foot race there from Edney and Hansen. Now they have something to say to each other. As you get a look at Solander, up to 22 saves on the night. But again, the shots are pretty even, 22-21 Saints. Face off here, one back for St. Lawrence, Butterfield. Wrist shot coming, it was blocked. That was Marchman who lines up at the right point on that offensive zone draw. Now Ferroli has it pinned up in the corner. 30 seconds to go in the second period. Still scoreless at the Houston Fieldhouse. Nice kick out for Edney. Shot was blocked by Kimberly. To the point, Butterfield. On for Reyes. Ferroli over there. And it's dug out. Marchment centering. Good stick by Hayes. Hayes to center. Thomas breaking. And she's going to be offside. It's going to be icing. Well, one or the other. They beat out the icing, but Thomas can't touch the puck. Now trying to catch the Engineers the other way. Saved by the bell. Although Ferroli had gotten back to her own end pretty quickly. Marchment didn't quite get her shot off. We're through 2 here at the Houston Fieldhouse. No score. Shots are 22-21 in favor of the Saints.
So let's follow the ring and make some noise.
Let us make your life easy. Delicious takeout from Sandwich Shops. Dozens of options to choose from. There's something for everyone.
Ready for the third period, RPI and St. Lawrence. No score, shots are 22-21 Saints. RPI 0 for 2 on the power play. St. Lawrence 0 for 1. As the second period is underway. Saints moving into the zone, drop pass to the point. Waiting for it, Grauer. Moves it down low. Smith around behind, and now Reyes. Justine Reyes just works it to the corner. Burnett's going to try and work it out near side. It will be kept in by Poirier. And now stick handling Smith, chopped away by Tomlinson on a danger into the corner. Back up top. Grauer, a wrist shot. That one didn't get through. Or if it did, it was swept away in the end by Hansen. Saints with the early puck possession. Shot coming. Pad saved by Solander. And the try from Grauer. Marchment, top of the circle, saves Solander again. That time on the try from Miller. And finally forced to center. Maybe a chance for RPI to break here. Pass out of the reach to Tomlinson. Gathered in by Thomas. Turns it back for Hansen. This defensive group has been out there for the full minute 20 of this period, and they'll have to stay on as the Saints get it deep. Maddie Burnett turns in front of her own cage, firing it far side for Oroz. Had to stop up there as she waited for the puck, and now Vespa face-offs through two, 13-9 St. Lawrence. And now a good connection here. Shot coming, deflected over the top on the try from Rapace. Rapace trying to work it back to the point. It was picked away by Edney. Grant in. Poked behind, Wren, and now Rapace. And that'll be an icing call on the Engineers. Series dates back to 1995, at least here. Overall, back to, well, 95, the first ever game played between these two teams was December 9th of 95, a 17-0 victory for St. Lawrence here at the Houston Fieldhouse. And while the Engineers have come a long way, they've only won once ever in the series, and that came up in Canton. So RPI here at the Houston Fieldhouse has never beaten the Saints. RPI 0-12-1 here. The only tie came back in 2013, 1-1. February 9th of 2013. Other than that, it's been all losses. All Saints. Here in Troy, RPI trying to change that tonight. They have a 0-0 game. And the chances have been fairly even. You could say RPI's had the better of the grade A scoring chances. I don't have a stat to back that up. I'm sure someone could tell me. Broken up at the Saints blue line. Poirier ahead. And it was knocked off the stick of Natalie Wozni, freshman out of Whitby, Ontario. Engineers back on it off the skate. Ferroli threw it ahead and hit Tremblay. Quickly snapped across for Smith. Smith walks around Grigsby. Walking in. Didn't really get much on that if it was a shot. It was broken up in the end by Ferroli. Turned back around through neutral ice. Here's Reyes. Top of the circle. Shot coming. Pad save by Solander. Tomlinson lobbing it towards the point. Kept in McClure. Drop pass. Reyes walking in. Still Reyes. A save by Solander, and she holds on. Reyes has gotten in some good spots, including that one. But Solander able to hold on there. Face-off coming in the RPI zone. That one skipped just by the front of the goal. Solander watched it go. Severson chips it around Poirier. Picked up by Butterfield. Apache had it for a moment. It was knocked away. Oros trying to keep it alive in the zone and does. Lobbed right back out to center ice where Madeline Burnett will go gather for RPI. Burnett gets it back. Freshman from London, Ontario. She's played in every game for the Engineers this year. Butterfield lames it behind. Poirier up ahead, too far for Marchment, and Whitney Wren will track it down. Wren stick handling, plays it along for Kimmerly. Broken up at the wall by Marchment. Vespa from a tight angle was blocked by Kimmerly, and now Oros will backtrack a bit, shooting it off the end boards for Whitney Wren. Down the middle of the ice, Tremblay touches it on for Grigsby, who gets it deep. Shots 26-21 Saints. RPI on the attack. Battle for the puck. Work back towards the point. Wren through traffic. Right on. And Shelley with the save. It was a good idea. For Whitney Wren there. Face off, Grigsby trying to stick handle, pops to the corner. Edney, broken up by Tomlinson. Burnett, down the middle, poked on further. Grigsby did a nice job to stay onside there, but it's the Saints who regather. That one skipped off the stick of Thomas, so no icing here. Burnett, battling in the corner. Saints changing behind Edney, who's the only one up ice, and now they join her. Smith gets on the puck here. Rachel Smith lost it. Tomlinson on for Thomas across. Grigsby into the zone, waiting, trying to drop pass. Actually got a little bit too much on that puck. Tomlinson was just waiting for it. Grigsby ended up playing it away from her. And now back comes Slew the other way. Will this be icing? Might not have the legs. In the end, it does. We get a stop at cheer. 14-16 to go in the third. No score. Face off in the St. Lawrence zone. Early third period. McClure broken up by Hayes. Tremblay over there as well, but it's forced to center in the end by Smith. Although Hayes turns it right back around. Her pass into the middle, Tremblay. Taken away by Reyes. Reyes to center ice. Orzakowski for the one-hand poke check. It'll be picked up by Smith. McClure now. Good read by Kimmerly, although she overskates the puck. And gets some help there from Tremblay. RPA is able to reset off the skate of Hayes. Lobbing ahead. Too far for Orzechowski. Right back up the wall into the middle of the slot. Now carried wide. Turning at the wall, Vespa. Broken up. Now stolen away by Marchment. Across. A one-timer and a pad save by Solander. Got that left skate along the ice and made the stop. Or left pad, I should say. Behind the goal now, another centering feed all the way through. Vespa. Centering pass, hit a boot. And it's Kimmerly to center. Skating with it, Kimmerly, wrapped up by Vespa. Does eventually get it in and knocks Vespa down. Vespa had attached herself to Kimmerly. It just went for a ride there. Wren. Fed ahead for Rapace. Rapace still on the move. Drops it back for Oros, who gets knocked down. Picked back up by Rapace on her backhand. Put it into the stick of Podvi. And will be gathered in by Reyes. Bouncing puck at center. A couple players trying to knock it down. It's chopped at by Rapace and fed to center by Ferroli. Butterfield shoots it right back in. Ferroli. Wren. Wren, a spin move. Severson. And it's played back by Edney for Podvi. St. Lawrence. Reyes in. Wren back to get it for RPI. Wren, stick handling. Finds Thomas, skips through her stick. McClure has it, shoots it off the wall. Picked up there quickly. Marchment out ahead of the play. Had to wait for the pass at the blue line. That allows the Engineers to recover. And now Grigsby trying to create some space on the far side. Has to dig through some snow in front of the Saints bench. Stops at the point, feeds it all the way through. Burnett in front for Tomlinson. She tried to drag it behind. And it's picked away by the Saints. Good battle there behind the goal. They send Miller free with Marchment, 2-on-3. Miller making a move, carried away by Burnett. And now Marchment picks Burnett's pocket, fed back up the middle for McClure. McClure gets it back from Grauer. McClure, a shot blocked down by Tomlinson. And she will feed it ahead to Grigsby. Engineers looking for a change here, and they'll get it as Grigsby gets it deep. 10:45 to go, third period. No score, RPI and St. Lawrence. It's been a good one. Fed ahead by Wren. On for Raspa. Has Hayes with her. Gets it deep. Tremblay. Wrapped up there by Grauer. Trying to dig it out of some skates. Raspa to the point. Wren. Across. Kimmerly. Through traffic. That one's blocked. Butterfield was there. There was a hit into Raspa. Back to the point. Good play by Tremblay for Kimmerly. Across for Wren. A one-timer blocked away on the stick of Smith. Smith behind. Up the far boards by Grauer. And now picked up by Kimmerly. D-to-D for Wren in the neutral zone. Hayes will just lob it in off a skate. Tracking it down there is Poirier. Severson just off the bench. Fed to center ice by Grant. Picked up by Hansen. RPI with the upper hand here midway through the period. Trying to get things going here. Severson's wrapped up by Edney. Rapace back to the point. Ferroli, a slap shot way wide. Karam's around to the point. Kept in by Hansen. Up the wall for Severson. Trying to backhand it. Stolen away by Reyes. She's wrapped up. That's a nice job to get free and play it forward. Edney. Centering. Behind Reyes. Nielsen will shoot it in. Gets it on the other side. That was Edney. Chopped away by Hansen. Severson back. Ferroli turns back behind the goal. This has been the blueprint here for RPI. Play at least a 0-0 game in the third period to give herself a chance. That's what they've done. Ferroli across. Here's Hansen. Off a skate. It hit Nielsen. And now Marchment moving in. Knocked away from her, but she gets it right back down low. Hansen shadowing her. Feeding it into the middle. Miller had her stick tied up. And now Grigsby. She's tied up by Vespa to the point. Poirier on goal. Pad save by Solander. First shot in some time there. Goes to the Saints. They lead 28-22 in that department. Centering pass broken up. There's a couple of Engineer skates there. Now back comes Tomlinson. 3-on-2 for the Engineers if they want it. Lobbing up the wall. Tomlinson has Grigsby in front. Pass hit a skate. Sprawling play there by Podvy. And it was a good one, even if it wasn't intentional. Now Marchment was 1-on-2, and the first defender broke it up. It was Burnett. Podvy's trailing leg may have saved a goal there, as Grigsby was open in front of the goal if Tomlinson could have found her. Shot in and around. Nielsen. Loose at the side of the cage. Solander trying to pin it there. No whistle. And it's behind the net. There's a pile-up on the back of the cage. We may get a whistle here. We are in a stalemate. I really wish they would blow the whistle. And finally, they pull it out of there. I don't think I've seen one go on that long in quite some time. Anyway, Tremblay up the boards. McClure coming up on 7 minutes to go in the regulation. That was a really ambitious pass from Grauer, trying to fit it through 3 skates, and in the end, the Saints are offside. And we get our stoppage here. Shots are 29-22 in favor of the 8th-ranked St. Lawrence Saints. But we are scoreless as we head down the stretch here. Other scores around ECAC hockey. 3 games going on tonight. This one 0-0. Quinnipiac and Princeton are scoreless in the third as well. Clarkson leads Union 2-1 over in Schenectady. Bit surprising there, but the Dutchman women ever improving.
National Career Foundation is partnered with RPI Athletics and local schools enjoy the Shoot for the Stars program. RPI Athletics would like to thank National Career Foundation for their support of our local league.
Face-off coming up just outside the RPI zone. Face-offs currently 17-11 St. Lawrence. And they win this one at neutralize. Grant trying to dump it in, gets it past Kimberly and all the way down. Wren, far side, Oroz. Oroz up the boards, taken away by Edney. Tried to feed it deep, but it was broken up right there by Oroz. And then great effort just to work the puck out to center ice from Oroz, and then Rapace forces the Saints back to their own zone. Poirier. Edney trying to skate through a number of Engineers there, and RPI has done a good job positionally, not allowing the Saints to just walk the puck in. And they keep on trying anyway. Podvy, that shot was blocked down. Turning with it and backhanding it wide was Alarnado. Haven't seen a lot of Alarnado today, but we may see more as this game goes on. Just fresh legs for the Saints. Now Severson all by herself in the offensive zone. Had a little pullback move, and that didn't work, but did enough to allow the Engineers to change behind the play. Now that out of the reach of Burnett. Will it be icing is the question. And yes, it will, with Marchment on the move. This Saints group just got out there, so not a big a problem as an icing would be at this point in the game. But it does send the face-off all the way down the ice with 5:55 to go. And now the Saints will use their timeout, so maybe a couple of those players were out there for a little bit. Timeout Saints with 5:55 to go. In a scoreless game, you have to imagine, as this game works along, that goal is going to be bigger and bigger when it comes, whether now or in overtime. If we do go there, remember 5 minutes of sudden death overtime if we are scoreless. It is packed the house night for the Engineers tomorrow. Rumor has it they'll be wearing their new third alternate uniforms tomorrow night. Of course, thanks to the very generous donation from John Buchagras. He supplied the funding for all of the entire funding the team was looking for. They were trying to raise money for their third uniforms. And it all came at once from the great college hockey supporter and ESPN personality. Team even sending one to Buchagras, of course, as a thank you for doing so. But it'll be a big night facing the defending national champions tomorrow, or afternoon, I should say. 3 o'clock start there. RPI gets it deep. Intercepted by Tomlinson, trying to walk it out in front. Did, and the shot was pushed wide by Thomas in the end. Grigsby, stick handling behind the goal. To the point, Burnett. Back into the skates of Grigsby, takes a shot. It was blocked by Miller. Feeding it up the boards. Here comes Vespa, on for Marchment. Marchment makes a move. Marchment walking in, glove save by Solander. Still loose in front. It'll be helped out to center ice. What a save by Lavisa Solander. And we get a whistle and icing on the Saints. Oh boy, a glove save for Lavisa Solander. It was her 30th. She didn't hold it, but she did plenty to keep it out. Butterfield to center ice. Skips over the stick of Ferroli. She'll go back to get it. Playing it behind for Kimmerly, who in turn finds Oroz, and Oroz gave it away. Rapace steals it right back. Rapace a drop pass. Severson fell down but finds Kimmerly. Kimmerly into the slot, turning and shooting. It was blocked by McClure. And now Severson, tough pass to handle, but it was a nice job in doing so for Orzechowski. Shot off the glass but not out. And now some confusion in front of the Saints bench. They were trying to change, but Smith turns around and finds the puck. And elects to just turn it up ice. No good body work from Orzechowski. Hayes. It's been a well officiated game, if I do say so. Just 3 penalties so far. Walking in, Grant, saved by Solander right in the breadbasket. You have to imagine it's going to take more than that to beat Solander on this occasion. That's her 31st save out of 31. Engineers with 23 shots the other way. 3:58 to go in the third. We are still scoreless. And a draw coming up here in the RPI end. Thomas zinging one off the skate of Grigsby, who was breaking in a hurry. The pass was a little bit behind her. Tomlinson in with Thomas. Tomlinson centering through Thomas. McKenna Thomas back to the point, rolling puck settled by Hansen. Across for Burnett. She'll flip it towards goal off the skate of Butterfield. And now she wraps up with Grigsby in the corner. 3.5 to go. Butterfield ahead for Marchment. Trying to get around Burnett. Stands her up again. Burnett's done a great job so far on Marchment. The senior star winger, power forward for these Saints. She's gotten loose a couple of times, but Solander's been there when she has. Now Reyes trying to walk in, centering pass. Pops all the way through. Now a feed across McClure. That one hit off an engineer. Picked up by Thomas. Lobbing high in the air to center ice, taking off his Raspa. Race for the puck. And it's going to be Grauer with Raspa right on her tail. Almost like an intended play, like a home run over the top pass there for Raspa. Just took off skating. Nearly worked out for the Engineers there. Now Vespa works it down low. Picked up by Kimmerly. Back behind. Waiting for it is Wren. A little bit of pressure comes and it's popped away. And controlled by Hayes. On for Tremblay. 2-on-2 as they hit the line. Tremblay, a wrist shot! And Shelley didn't see that right away and reacted late but made the save. Turned over at center. So Severson turning. Right back out at center. Maybe Oro's a chance. Oro's walking in. Oro's no rebound. Cleared out to the point for Burnett. 1:42 to go, and the pass back to her out of the zone. Oro's had a great chance. The rebound, Apache couldn't put it home either. And the game remains scoreless. Grigsby fires it off Oro's stick, in deep. McClure off of Tomlinson. Edney to center ice. Spinning Miller. Near side for Marchment. Seems like this group's been out there for a while. They've been double, maybe triple shifting. McClure. Grauer. Stick handling. McClure. 1 minute to go in regulation. Glove down by Wren, and now a chance to break here. Edney. Edney in, takes a shot that goes wide. Rebound Edney, she scores! Nadine Edney shot it off the end boards, found the rebound, and beat Solander to that near post. With just 47.8 on the clock. Heartbreaking here for RPI if this is how this one ends. They played so well. And now Solander will come off here after this draw, I'm sure. Face off at center ice. Behind Solander. RPI needs possession and to get forward here so they can get Solander off. 35 to go. McClure poked away by Oros. Now Solander comes. 29. Rapace to the point. 26 seconds left. Extra skater. Shot by Hansen, blocked. Rebound cleared out. This should be icing. But Burnett needs to get there. And it is. Just enough on it. Why is the clock running? Goodness gracious. Second time. They're going to have to go to the video here. There's much more time than that. It says 9.1. I believe there's about 13 or 14 seconds left. They're going to put time 12 seconds, I guess. There's more than that. They're going to have to go review it. We'll be back with the exciting end of this one in just a moment. .4, so 7 seconds ran off the clock before someone realized what was going on. Empty net for RPI. Face-off coming up, and it's a big one. Engineers trying to get even here after the Saints scored in the final minute. Behind McClure, trying to scrape it out. Rapace. Across for Wren. Wren drops it back. Hansen through traffic. Rebound! And a horn goes. RPI just ran out of time after that scramble in front. And this one ends 1-0 St. Lawrence. RPI gave it all they had. There are no moral victories, but the Engineers came ever so close. As that shot from Hansen was blocked by a massive humanity in front. Another great effort. RPI with the loss drops to 7-8 and 4. 4-2-1 in the league. Saints are now 8-6-3, 5-3-1 in ECAC hockey play. I want to thank everyone for watching today's game. Your final score was St. Lawrence 1 and RPI nothing. This has been a production of RPI TV. RPI Women's Hockey.